One of the main threats to world safety is the misuse by terrorists of chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear materials. The town of Maastricht has hosted this international exercise in helping authorities understand how to deal with threats of this kind. Atomic14 was an international exercise on the prevention of nuclear terrorism. International government experts from all over the world came together to increase their knowledge and improve their cooperation. Radiological and nuclear security, crisis communication, law enforcement, cybersecurity, forensics and emergency management were the central disciplines that featured in the exercises.
So each year, starting from 2009, we have organized an international exercise, again part of our CBRNE program. The overall purpose is nations who are here to learn from each other, to learn collaboratively and bring all the information and all the experience they have gained through going through the exercise, going through the scenario, bring back to their home countries.
Atomic14 was organised by the Dutch National Coordinator for Security and Counter-Terrorism, known as NCTV, and the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They were supported by the Netherlands Forensic Institute, the Dutch Ministry of Economic Affairs, Interpol and the European Commission, and also by UNICRI, the EU CBRN Risk Mitigation Centres of Excellence, the International Atomic Energy Agency and Europol. Now, I've just been inside to take a look, and what I've got to explain to you is that many of the delegates are from the security services, and so much of their discussion has to be in secret. And this means that we're limited in exactly what we can report. However, what I can tell you is it was called a tabletop simulation exercise. And I can also tell you that there are roughly 250 delegates from 50 countries, ranging from Australia to Zambia, and every continent's represented except Antarctica.
Well, dealing with the CBRN issues and also dealing with the improvised explosives, it's an international threat, it's an international risk, it's an international item. So not only you have to deal with it on a national basis, but you have to also seek for collaboration and cooperation at the international scale.
Well, the rehearsal should be done, of course, when there is during peacetime. So we have regular exercises on an international level, but also internal exercises within the Commission. The internal exercises deal more with the operationality of the systems, the communication network itself, and then there are also simulated accident exercises once a year with either the Commission or also together with the Atomic Energy Agency.
And those are played fairly realistically?
And they are very realistic.
And there's a well-known saying in Latin actually, but I'll translate it. If you want peace, prepare for war. Because what we've seen in this exercise is a game, but played very seriously indeed. The players play their real-life roles, but based around an imaginary but realistic scenario. And different things are given to them, different information. And the focus on the whole thing is preventing any kind of terrorism if and when it happens.
If in Brussels tomorrow there is a dirty bomb, there is an explosion with some radioactive material, you will have legal people which will start arguing about who is responsible, who is going to pay, who is liable, what kind of legislation do we have to intervene. You will have the firefighters, you will have the military, you will have the police, you will have the people from the Nuclear Research Center, you will have people from the independent authorities, and they will all have something to do and to say. You will have, and you will have the population in the end also which wants to be informed. And the last thing you want to happen is that you have 4 different people saying different things about the same event. So what we really focus on is to try and bring all these different stakeholders around the table, make them realize that they all have a certain role to play, but that this has to be organized properly, this has to be trained also between them, because it's not spontaneous.
Cyber crimes towards illicit transportation of nuclear activities, or things that might not be taken so seriously, especially with our borders in West Africa, which are so porous.
We must fight together against terrorism, of course, and we must be in some kind of connection or network. This is most important thing.
Nobody wants this to happen. But you know, as they say, there are the good boys and the bad boys. While the bad boys are planning, the good boys must plan too.
This is a high impact issue, perhaps a low probability, but again, a high impact. So everything we can do, and we are successful in doing so, to prevent those things to happen, real incidents on radiological nuclear incidents, that's a great benefit.